It's a bit better.
It's a max.
And so just we're launching with, as mentioned, Hong Kong, Shanghai, Tokyo, Singapore, Mumbai, and Bangkok. And every one of those cities is really different. Challenges when it comes to us working with partners. And you take Mumbai as an example, and there aren't that many bars and restaurants. I mean, in Hong Kong, the bar culture and what's opening new, and all we talk about is drinking out there. And that's not what we'd be doing if we were in Mumbai. And because in Mumbai, it takes 191 permits to open a bar. So they're not turning their bars over very quickly, if at all. And so those are the fascinating things. And we were doing kind of a roundup of about kind of like what's sexy kind of thing between all these cities. And same sort of thing, I mean, it's so different in Mumbai versus Tokyo. And the opportunity for people to kind of look between all these cities and really see culturally what's different and creatively happening. Looks like we're there.
Yeah, it's a, match and stuff, but they're great. It's a little large and a little stretched, but Nina will just sort of scroll around as we talk. Probably that's the best way to do it since we're pushing time a little bit. From the editorial side of things, what I'm really interested in is finding some of those voices and sort of being able to engage with them and take it a little bit more than just sort of talking about what someone else says, but actually promote various parts of the site where we sort of show various blogs and what other people are writing or doing or blogging about or doing videos on, and rather than sort of make that our own hit, all these links go straight out to those bloggers. So we're very keen to try and create this environment of, everyone uses the word communities, but I'll use it, but where there's a lot of partnerships, a lot of hand-holding, because we feel that one, it's a good model, but two, in terms of to really sort of show and to achieve what we want to do, we need to have that sort of hand-holding collaboration, because there's no way that what I know about Hong Kong is going to be the same as what Nina knows versus what you might know versus what someone else might know. So we want to get the best of all those things, pop them in one spot, direct traffic to wherever, we don't mind. We just feel that if I really like your blog and I want to showcase some stuff that you've done on CNN Go, you get all that traffic. We've developed a relationship, and maybe, hopefully, the stuff that you like on CNN Go, and you might sort of point back to us to say, hey, look, this piece on body snatchers in Bangkok is really cool. I enjoyed reading it. Here it is, my mates. So of you guys here today, I'd really be happy to leave you my card, or you give me your details about some of the interesting content or editorial type stuff that you've got that you want to sort of highlight for us, and we can decide yeah, that's pretty cool stuff. I'd really like to show that. Another part of the site, everyone's got user-generated content, but what we really want to do is we want to give a really prominent place to the voices in the actual cities and the region. So we've called it City Pulse, which is our UGC sort of right for us area, and every day we've just mocked some of these up really quickly right now. We only had access to this page a short time ago. We're going to put some stories up there that we're looking for. We're looking for some people to do, or we might be doing it ourselves, and we need just a little bit more help, because what do I know? Well, actually I know a lot of it. So, and then we create that opportunity for the people out there to send us their thoughts, their videos, their stories. There's a little bit of an engagement process, but that's just to make sure that we get rid of all the nutters that are just sort of wasting everyone's time, and actually find real people that have got real things to say and really good things to say, and then we're going to promote them through the traffic. They get the bio page. If you have blogs and so forth, you get the return traffic and you get the prominence from that. And no one's from legals here, so that's good. But also, if we identify some really good talent, then that becomes part of our contributor database. And those guys that do good stuff and are willing to keep doing good stuff for us, they become part of our paid contributor bunch. So it's a really good way, we think, of trying to find out what is making people tick and what people are interested in. And I think that another part is those simple stories about a bar and where to drink or something like that. Disagree with it, I really want to know about it. I want to find out, what's better than that, what's a better experience than some of those sorts of things. So there's a variety of content on there. You'll have a good browse around if you leave us your card with your contacts, and we can sort of invite you to the private beta later this week. I think Thursday or Friday, maybe a little later. So I encourage you all to be part of that, because we'd really like to hear from each and every one of you. So that's the editorial side of things, as brief as possible.
So do you actually have like paid writers, or is this?
Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah.
So in each city, we don't have all listed up there. We've got each city is managed by a city editor, and that city editor, rather than being in Hong Kong, except the Hong Kong one, is actually based in the city. That person then manages a stable of writers or shooters or whatever category you want to put them in, and they're all paid. All the content you see on the site now, and most of the content you'll see at launch, is all going to be paid content. There's a few sort of cross-partnership collaborations, but yeah, it's not all free stuff.
The only area that's usually see is going to be a section called City Pulse, and it's kind of like our version of iReport. But if you've ever been to iReport and been to an iReport page, I mean, anyone can write about anything, and there's some great stuff in iReport, and there's a lot of not so great stuff in iReport. And City Pulse is more of a directed content strategy where we tell you what we're working on, and if you want to contribute to what we're working on, then you can. And we'll be editing and fact checking that content, but if you've contributed to a story and we've engaged with you on that, when we publish a story, we'll include your byline and a bio about you. And what Andrew was saying is, for those people who regularly are contributing to City Pulse, and that content will only appear in the City Pulse section. And for those people who are regularly contributing to City Pulse, and if we find that you're a fantastic writer and we're not having to edit you a lot, there's a chance that we may end up going to you and converting you to one of our paid ones and have you out on assignments for us. But it's a way of us, inviting people. Some people have one story to tell, some people have 1,000. And so whatever that is, we're giving you that opportunity to contribute. But it's a part of what we're doing, it's not all of what we're doing.
Yeah, and talking about finding people and stuff, I really want to find the right people that are suited to write a piece about food or restaurants or something else. There's nothing worse than reading copy about a specialist area written by someone who also happens to write about hotels and golf and isn't really a specialist in that area.